Hey, it's Jim from FINZ.tv. I want to talk a little bit about the futures and how we trade them at FINZ. If you don't trade the futures, to at least keep track of where the futures are, especially in overnight because of the highs and lows that are set in the market. Use the hourly charts to set up our intraday trades with the tick chart on the futures. So we don't go any longer time frame than that in our future trades. Last Wednesday we had a low in the futures market of the E-minis at around 865. Sunday night in the overnight markets, we noticed that around 2 a.m. the S&P futures set up a really nice double bottom in the hourly chart. And so when the market opened up Monday morning, even though we were moderately up in the futures market by about 4 points, we already knew we had this double bottom, really nice snap back up, soak buy pattern on the futures. So it was high probability that we were going to have a good up day in the market. So that's the way you can take advantage of it. Even if you're not in the futures and trading the futures, you have to pay attention to these levels because the cash markets will reach these highs and lows that are reached overnight. If there was a high reached and then we sell off early in the morning, there's a good possibility we'll pull back up to test those levels in the futures. And if we test them in the futures, we're going to test them in the cash market. We had about a 40-point move off that double bottom hourly pattern since Monday morning. What now? Now what we're looking at now is to look for the cash markets to pull up to the 50-day moving averages and then do a possible failure there. Per my mentor David Elliott of wallstreetteachers.com, all the technicals that I talk about pretty much I've learned from him. What we're looking for is what's called an ice hole failure pattern, where the price came down through the 50-day moving average and then it finds a base, and in this case it was the 200-day moving average. Now I'm talking about the SPX and the cash markets now. And I like to use the cash markets for my targets and my futures trades. We look for that support was held. Now we're coming to go back up and test it from underneath. And the question is, will we fail there? If we fail there, then we'll have a good ice hole failure pattern, which will set up a really good shorting pattern, and we'll short from there. And if we close above that, then we will look to be bullish again, and our next upside target will be 930. And if the markets keep rising, our next upside target from there will be 950. Trade the charts, and from FINZ.tv, this is James. Peace out.